Okay, great. So, good evening, everybody. I want to specially welcome you to the World Leadership Academy. Okay, so it's this is something that I've been looking forward to for more than close to 2 years now, and I'm finally happy and excited that we are here today. Okay, all right. So I want to welcome everybody for being here. Okay, so the people who are familiar faces as well as those who are new. There is going to be a lot we're going to be doing together. There's going to be a lot of network. So it's going to be along with some text and some pictures and some videos so that you can get a feel of what I'm trying to communicate. Now, this particular academy is going to require that you have a note. Okay, so right off the bat, let me quickly state it clearly that this particular night you need to get a note, you need to get a pen. Okay, because according to what the curriculum is that has been shared earlier, all right, we're going to be putting pen to paper. All right, so I'm a stickler for the principle that says to begin with the end in mind. That is, the best to start anything is to know exactly what you want to achieve, so that by the time you get to the end of it, you can have that sense of fulfillment that you have actually achieved something. Okay, so I'm going to post the curriculum again for those probably who joined later. Okay, so that you can understand what we're doing exactly today. So the topic today is to calculate our financial net worth, to calculate what is your current net worth, what you're currently worth. Okay, because I am sure that many people are in this group and are in this academy tonight because you are aware of the 9 stages towards financial freedom. Okay, that's it. I know that everybody you're aware of it, and you're wondering, and you're hoping to be able to move up the stages. That's one of the things this academy is expected to do for everybody. But the first thing to do tonight is to identify which stage you truly are. Now, many people have this assumption that, okay, I'm saving some money, so I'm in stage 4. Okay, I'm sorry, without putting the numbers to it, without actually getting to measure it, to know, for example, for real where you truly are, you would only be living in assumptions. So one of the things this academy is going to remove is assumptions. Okay, so I'm going to post the course curriculum right now, and I'm going to post those 9 stages. Okay, I don't know what your current stage is, okay, but I would like you to state what stage that you think you are. Okay, so to start this session tonight, I want you to state what stage you think you are, so that by the time we are done with the analysis, because tonight is about doing an analysis of where we are financially, okay, putting pen to paper and getting the details of where we truly are. So what I want you to do first is to state for me where you believe you are on the 9 stages to financial freedom. State for me where you think you actually are. I'm going to be sharing my story, okay, because the stage where I was when I learned this, and there's a stage where I am now. So, but wherever your stage is, it is good at least you know where you are and you know what is next. Okay, so I'm going to post the course curriculum right now. And I'm going to post the 9 stages to financial freedom. What I want you to do for me first is to state for me where you think you are on these 9 stages. Okay, please state for me clearly where you think you are on these 9 stages. Okay, great. So I'm going to quickly share my story. Okay, while I wait for all of you to type in what stage you think you currently are, because the purpose of tonight's session is to be able to calculate using pen and paper, okay, where you actually are. Some people think they are currently saving. Okay, by the end of tonight, you will know whether you are in stage 4 or not, or whether you're in stage 5 or not. Okay, so because there are so many things that you can only learn by experience, you cannot learn them by theory. So I'm going to share my experience with you right now. Okay, so back in 2012, Back in 2012, I was at a seminar in Lagos. Okay, I was serving. I was a copper, so I left my place of primary assignment and I came for this seminar. It was a paid program. It was financial intelligence program. I think we paid about 10,000 naira, so I'm not sure. So, but I struggled. I put the money together and I paid. Okay, and I came for this seminar. It was going to last for a week. It was a whole week with feeding and all that. So I came, I paid for the seminar, and I had just finished from campus. I didn't have any job. I was just, my job was just teaching in a school at Ede in Osun State. Okay, so because I was serving. And I got to a point where I was asked to write down my financial status, just like I'm asking you to do it right now. Okay, and I foolishly populated my assets. I wrote a lot of things as my assets. I wrote a lot of things. I was just putting a lot of things in my asset column, a variety of nonsense. Okay, so, and of course, after the seminar, I realized that I was at zero. My reality, it struck me that I was nowhere financially. I realized that I lacked financial intelligence. And I was a very academically intelligent person because I had just finished with a first class, and I had people singing my praises all over and all that. Okay, so, but eventually when I wrote out my financial status, okay, my financial status looked like what you're seeing on the screen right now. Okay, I had no passive income because it was here I realized that your real financial life is not more than 4 boxes. Okay, just 4 boxes: income, expense, assets, and liabilities. That's your life. That's your financial life. Okay, and permit me to actually say that is actually more than your financial life, because finances basically control a lot of things. So it can almost be said that that's your life. Just 4 boxes. Okay, so at the end of this class tonight, I'm going to share with you all. We're going to all have the book 9 Stages to Financial Freedom, the revised edition. Okay, so that way you'll be able to learn some of these things visually as well. Okay, so what you're looking at on the screen was my financial reality. I had no passive income. I had 19,800 as my active income. Okay, my expenses were also 19,800. Okay, I just launched my book, Tenets of Academic Excellence, and so it wasn't popular at the time. Nobody knew about it. I wasn't really making sales. A copy then was sold for 300 naira. If you could believe it. But we're even still making sales. All right. Today, of course, the story. We've sold more than 34,000 copies in the last 8 years. Okay, so but before this time, I was listing my book as an asset when I was doing my financial reality wrongly. But later at the end of the web seminar, I knew that I had nothing. I had previously wrote my net worth to be some amount. I had calculated the book I had written and all that and put it there. I was calculating rubbish. Okay, so, but at the end of that, I was able to get a clear picture of what my financial reality was. And for me, that was the beginning of change, because I realized that without measuring something, you cannot improve it. Okay, let me say that clearly. Whatever doesn't get measured doesn't get done. Whatever doesn't get measured doesn't get improved. Okay, you need to make sure you can measure. And that's one of the things we want to start with tonight. All of you need to have clarity about where you truly are financially. So what you're looking at was my financial reality. I had no assets. Okay, I had no liabilities. I will quickly define assets and liabilities. An asset is something that you have that puts money in your pocket, that gives you passive income. Okay, and your liabilities are things that you own that basically takes money away from you. All right. So that was my reality. It was terrible. Okay, but from that time, 2012 to now, that's 8 years. Okay, 8 years. I've gone through a lot. Okay, I'm going to tell you the stories later. All right, but I had kept this vision on my mind that I need to grow. I need to get from the stage where I was to the stage where I really want to be, which was freedom. Okay, now right off the bat, I'll quickly tell you I am not financially free yet, but I do enjoy passive income that covers a bit of my expenses. Okay, so I do enjoy that. I have and I have them growing by the year. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so and this year 2020, for example, I'm going to give you an idea of what my financial reality looks like. So what you're seeing in the screen, the second picture, okay, is what my financial reality looks like. Okay. I did an analysis and I realized I earn currently from 10 different sources of income. Okay, now I'm going to explain the details of how I went from just a salary, 19,800, to where I am today, okay, in the course of the academy. But tonight is not focused on me. Tonight is how to identify your own real stage, okay? Because I know some of you who are saying I'm in stage 2, I'm in stage 3. It will change by the time you realize how to do this, okay? So this is very important because what we want to answer tonight are some very basic questions, Okay, all those basic questions, when you answer them, you'll be able to use those numbers to identify which stage you truly are. Okay, like it happened for me 8 years ago. Okay, so this, what you're looking at on the screen, is what my reality looks like today. All right, so and what I'm going to do is that you will be able to do this for yourselves as well, because I need to ask you some questions. Those questions will help you to create your own 4 boxes, and that will also help you to put down what your reality is, and then you can know for certain tonight that yes, I am in stage 5, I'm in stage 6, I'm in stage whatever. So let me quickly tell you, I'm in stage 7 at the moment. I'm not financially free yet. Okay, so I'm in stage 7, which means I have some return on investment. Okay, so that's where I am. I've been on stage 7 for a long time, because by the time you realize what it takes to move from stage to stage, you realize that a lot of things you want to change is to improve who you are. You are not going to improve from one stage to another without changing yourself. Okay, and there's a lot of systems you are trying to put in place to ensure that this can be done in the shortest time possible for a lot of you here. You don't have to go through some of the problems I've gone through, and there's some of the thinking that I had at the time. You don't have to go through that. Okay, so I'm going to post that now so that you can see what's the next thing to do for you. Okay, good. So 2 things that I want to share with you tonight: financial intelligence and how to calculate your financial status. And then I'll share a short video, alongside with that. Now, I want to quickly run through this, because every time I try to share financial intelligence, I like to always share the story of the jungle. Okay, so because I believe it typifies what financial intelligence truly is. Now, the story, some of you have heard it before, but I'm going to share it again just for those who perhaps have not heard it. So story. Okay, once upon a time, so one day in the jungle, there exists this lion who was very, very hungry, and it was about to die. So the lion woke up in the morning and said, "Lord, I've been wandering in this jungle for several weeks now, and I've had no food to eat. There's a chance that if I do not eat today, I might likely die. Okay, Lord, provide for me food so that at the end of the day, I would have the focus to give you glory. In Jesus' mighty name, I prayed. Amen." Okay, right around the same time, while the lion was praying, the zebra was also praying as well, and it was saying, "Lord, thank you all this while for keeping me safe from predators in this jungle. I know you have done it before, and I know you will do it again. At the end of the day, let me have the focus to glorify your holy name." And everybody said amen. Now, right around midday in the jungle, these 2 animals encountered each other. Okay, and then the moment the lion spotted the zebra, and the zebra also spotted the lion, the zebra took off and the lion took after, and then they started a race between the 2 of them. Okay, and as the lion was gaining towards the zebra and was about to catch the zebra, there was a pause. Okay, and the angels of God came down and asked, whose prayer should God answer? Okay, and in many of the seminars that I've been, I've had a variety of answers. People tell me God should answer the prayer of the lion because the lion is about to die, or God should answer the prayer of the zebra because the zebra's life is in danger. And I quickly remind them that the lives of the 2 animals are in danger. In fact, I was in a seminar late last year in December, and it was early this year. Early this year in January, I was at a seminar, and somebody answered and said to me that his answer, or the way God should answer the prayer, is that God can answer the prayer of both of them. Okay, and I said, how? And this particular lady said, it can be funny, but she believes that God can allow the zebra, or the lion, to be able to eat only the tail of the zebra, so that the zebra is still alive, and also the lion is still kept alive. It was one of the most funny answers I have ever had. Okay, quite amazing. Okay, and usually without wasting time, the animal that will have his prayers answered will be the animal that can run the fastest. Okay, in the jungle, everyone must run. It's a basic survival. To be able to survive in the jungle, you must learn to run. The ostrich must run, the cheetah must run, the lion must run, the zebra must run, everybody must run. Running 101. It's a basic course everybody must do in the jungle. And the same way, it's what financial intelligence is. Because you need to realize is there are different kinds of intelligences. There is emotional intelligence, there's academic intelligence, there is spatial intelligence, there are a variety of intelligences, and these intelligences are so important. But financial intelligence, I believe, is like number one, because everything you do in life requires finance. And if you can master money, Bible says if you're not faithful with the righteous mammon, which is money, okay, who will commit to your trust through riches? It is a basic thing for all to be able to master finance, okay, because that's one of the ways in which God will be able to commit even greater things into our hands, okay. And this is going to change you. It's going to change you tremendously. All right. So financial intelligence, in my definition, is the part of our total intelligence that we use to solve our financial problems, leading to financial freedom. In other words, the person that commits his life to moving from one stage to another until he is financially free is the one that is financially intelligent. If the activities you're doing about your finances is to move from one stage to another, there are too many things to do in this life in which you would realize you cannot be involved with all of them. You can't. So, but the person that is committing his life to moving from one stage to another stage, and that's all you commit to every year, okay, that person is the person who is truly financially intelligent. Okay, so I'm going to assume that everybody here who is going to be part of this academy, okay, will be someone you can term financially intelligent, because you should commit your life from henceforth, okay, to moving from one stage to another. So there's a lot of things to do in between to go even from one stage to another, and that's one of the things that we're going to be doing, in this particular webinar. So the first point that I want to mention here today is the definition of financial intelligence. The person that commits his life to moving towards financial freedom is financial intelligence. To moving from one stage to another on a daily basis with his finances is what's financial intelligence. If you don't have freedom in view, if you don't have freedom in plan, you are not financially intelligent, okay, and you're going to work all your life. You're going to work the rest of your life, okay. So you don't want that to happen to you. So that's what financial intelligence is. So I quickly get that out of the way so you can see some of the illustrations that I've done in this particular first point. And now let's move to the main point for tonight, which is your current financial status, so that we can see that short video. Okay, good. So it's 30 minutes already, so I want to quickly wrap this up so that we can have ample time to do to know how to do the assignment. Okay, so onto the last point tonight, okay, which is how to find out what exactly is your status. So I could see that some people were pointing out that they are not really sure what their status is. Okay, so I'm going to help you clarify with some of the questions that I'm going to ask in this particular session. Okay, so in this section, I'm going to be asking some questions that you need to write down the answers. Okay, please be honest with yourself. It was when I wrote these answers back in 2012 that I was able to get a clear picture of my financial reality, and I was able to, be realistic with myself. Okay, so the first question that I want to ask you right now is this: how many income streams do you currently have? Okay. That means just a number. So I told you I have 10. So I'm going to give you an example. So for example, if you have a salary, okay, that's one income stream. Now, if you do something else that gives you another salary, that's a salary 2. So that is a second income stream. Okay, if you sell something, you trade something directly, okay, that is a third income stream. Okay, if maybe you get gifts, okay, that's maybe you are a wife, you are married, and your husband gives you money from time to time, okay, that is 4, okay, and on like that. Just write down what is your how many income streams or income sources do you have. That's number 1. Now that's just 1A. Now 1B, what is the total average monthly income that you earn? Okay, so I'm assuming that you have salary as well as some other sources of income. So if you put all of that together, averagely, some of us do business, so there's no constant income per se. Some months are good, some months are bad, some months are very good, some months are very bad. You just need to ensure that there are more good times than bad, okay, for business people. Okay, so but for those who have a salary and they do some things by the side, so you want to add all that together, and you want to say, okay, my total average income is so and so. So that is 1A and B. Now, question 2 is a little tricky and requires some calculations, and that is, what is your total average monthly expenses? Okay, what is your total average monthly expenses? Okay, so I'm going to help with this particular one by providing a list of things we all spend money on. Now, for most people, their income, their expenses is just equal to their income. So when they earn 50,000 naira per month, they also spend the 50,000 naira per month. For most people, they spend those 50,000 naira per month before the month is even, before the month is up, they've exhausted the amount, okay? And this particular behavior is very funny because I'll tell you, I'm on a campus right now. I am in a university where I'm running some programs. And I realized that even the people who you would expect to know some of these things, they have no idea. People who have gotten into these habits, and I met a lot of people there in which some of them just spend to earn, earn to spend, okay? Some of the people that I'm not going to mention their names, but they are people around me in the place where I am, and they are always complaining about the fact that the money is finished before the end of the month. They are always complaining that the salary has been delayed, and all sorts of things like that. Okay, so I'm hoping that in the course of this month, if you see the curriculum, we are coming to multiple skills of income in which we're going to focus on digital skills. And thank God most of us are at home now. No thanks to the coronavirus outbreak. Okay, but we would have the opportunity to focus. This particular academy is going to help you focus to develop digital skills, because you're not going out anyway. So we're going to ensure that a lot of people can develop and pick up digital skills in the course of this period. Please maximize this academy, maximize this period. You can come out of it a new person. Okay, that's very important. So the second question here is, what's total average income? I'm going to post something in there to help you calculate your total average monthly expenses. Okay, now the third question is, what is your current monthly cash flow? On a monthly basis, how much do you save? How much do you have as excess, surplus? Okay, how much do you have as surplus and you save? How much minimum averagely do you have? Okay, so that's savings. Number 4, how many of your income streams are active and how many of your income streams are passive? So when you begin to fill up that income column, okay, you can see that I have divided into 2, active income and passive income. So if your income is active, I have given, if you look at that picture, you can see that your active income column is divided into 4 categories. You have salary, you have business, you have gifts, and you have trade. Okay, so so that's 4 major active income streams, and passive income can be 5. Okay, there are 5 of them actually. So, but if you're earning any passive income, just list them there. Okay, as you can see, mine is 2. I've written there clearly 2. Okay, and that's coming from my assets. Okay, so so the next question is, do you have any passive income? If you don't, just put no there. Okay, so that income, that column will be empty for you. Okay, and then the next question, which is the last one, says, what is your current financial net worth? Now, this is actually the question that I did a short video for, and I'm going to upload the video now so that you can watch it. It can help you to calculate what your brain power is and what is your net worth. Okay, so because you can see the formula there that says your net worth is asset minus liabilities, but most people don't know what their asset value is. They don't know what their liabilities value is. So I did a video that can give you an idea of what your assets and liabilities difference between them can be, so that you can have it to know your net worth. Okay, so that's so I'm going to upload the video right now, okay, so that you can see that. Now the final question that I wanted to ask, and this is very important, is how many years from now do you desire to be financially free? Now, before you answer that question, I want you to listen to me. Listen to this. Okay, in 2012, back then, I wrote that I will be financially free in 5 years. It is 8 years today and I'm not yet free. Okay, because financial freedom is not cheap and it's not free. Okay, financial freedom is not free. It takes a lot of change. A lot of change must happen to you internally, okay, before you can begin to see the results of it. And there's a lot we're still going to be discussing. A lot. Okay, so this is just a preamble. This is just a foundation for you to know where you are. So in how many years do you want to be financially free? Okay, don't be in a hurry to fix a very small number. But it is good that you think deeply, but be reasonable so that it is not too long, so that it stretches you. Okay, some of us started in 2012 and we are still in stage 7. So it can be faster for you if you learn and advance aggressively. Okay, like some of us are doing right now. Okay, so, and please answer these questions, and I'll be able to explain what your assignment is. So in this short video, I'm going to be showing you how to calculate your brain power and your net worth. Okay, so many people usually do not know what to answer when they are asked to calculate or to write down what their net worth is, or even to answer the question, how much do you want to earn, if they were in an interview perhaps. Alright, so in order to get this done, I'm going to create 2 characters. Okay, first character will be you, okay, and the other character, Phyntolus. Okay, alright, so Phyntolus, okay, that's actually my name. Alright, so imagine that all throughout 2019, that's throughout last year, imagine that throughout 2019, okay, total income for 2019 is 600,000 naira. Okay, now if you divide that by 12, okay, you will get 50,000 naira. Okay, so this is your life in 2019. Okay, so that's you. Now imagine this guy Phyntolus, in 2019 he has 6 million naira and decided to put it at GT Bank per annum, okay, at 10% interest rate per annum. Okay, so what that means is that at the end of the year, okay, Phyntolus is going to have 10% of this amount, okay, for 12 months at the end of the year. So at the end of the 6 million, which will be 600,000 naira. Okay, so if you divide that into 12, you would earn 50,000 naira, just like you. Okay, so now notice I didn't say salary. Okay, it could just be all the total income you earned, whether you made salary or you did some other things that earned you income, and total income you earned for the last year for 600,000 naira. Okay, and so that will bring your income per month to 50,000 naira. So imagine that the 50,000 naira you earn is the same 50,000 naira that Phyntolus has earned. Okay, that will actually just make your brain power to just be exactly 6 million. Okay, so because you are working at the same rate in which 6 million is working. Okay, so naturally that makes your brain power to be equal to 6 million. Okay, that's just the analogy. So comparatively, I can measure what your brain power is here, and your brain power here is simply 6 million. Okay. That will help me to write a formula. So that means your brain power is simply going to be equal to, okay, your monthly income divided by the bank's interest, okay, the bank's interest, okay, multiplied by 12. So this is how to calculate your brain power. Okay, that is how much your brain is worth. Okay, you have a teacher, okay, a teacher who earns 50,000 naira now, okay, divided by bank's interest rates. So they're just being liberal to say it's 10% per annum. So that's going to be 10%, okay, times 12, okay, and that becomes 50,000 naira divided by 0.1 times 12, and this will give us 6 million. Okay, 6 million naira. So that's your brain power. So all you have to do is to plug it into this formula. You calculate your brain power. Now on the other side, this is not Phyntolus' brain power. Okay, this is his net worth if he doesn't have any liability. Okay, so because net worth is actually just assets minus liability. Okay, now this guy, okay, his total asset in this case is 6 million if he doesn't have any liability at all. So in one single example, okay, you can see the difference between brain power and net worth. Okay, now the purpose of the Wealth Leadership Academy is to help you grow this. Okay, to grow this is to grow your brain power so that you can increase your income in the next months. Okay, now when you want to grow this, we call this one financial IQ. Okay, so you need financial IQ to be able to grow this. Okay, so we're still going to get to all of that as well. So just a short video to help you understand the difference between how to calculate your brain power and how to calculate your net worth. Okay, so I hope this helps you in your financial audit. I hope you've learned something. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so but the assignment tonight is for you to create your current financial snapshot like I did 12 years ago. Okay, use some people never, many people never put their, many people don't even know about the financial statements in the first place. Okay, not to talk of not talk of actually creating or learning about their financial status. So what you want to do is to create 4 boxes. Okay, like the picture. So your assignment will be to create your current financial snapshot. That's it. That's the assignment. Create your current financial snapshot. You can use the workbook in the book 9 Steps to Financial Freedom to do it. So the electronic version is going to be sent to everybody here. Okay, it's going to be passworded. All right. So you're going to be given the password as well. So the electronic copy is going to be sent for everyone so that you can use it as guide. Now, you have 2 assignments. The first one is to be submitted. The other one is not to be submitted. Okay, so the first one is to create your current financial snapshot. And this has to be submitted to valueplusrecords@gmail.com. Okay, so that is the first assignment. Now, the second assignment is to read the book 9 Steps to Financial Freedom. I'm going to show you my own financial snapshot 12 years ago. And my financial status, what I wanted to be in 5 years' time. Okay, so but we're going to be doing that together next time we meet. So for this night, the assignment is to create your current financial snapshot. Okay, there's a need to have an entry for everybody because we're going to be giving certificates at the end. It's going to be a way to, in a sense, measure how much progress people have made. So we need to be able to know where you are right now, so that by the time we want to round off the academy, we can say that this is where you are now. This is where you are, different from how you started. Okay, so this particular first one is going to be like your first entry that registers you. Okay, that basically gives you like an identity. So we'll open a small account for you to be able to track your progress.